You solve this thing with the bad-smelling convention outside? I assure you, I will kill you quickly so you don't have to see all the awful, horrific things that are going to go down here when we run out of food and water.
In the previous episode, it was revealed that Eugene had discovered Dwight's treachery, but he chose to keep it quiet. Eugene approached Dwight alone and told him that he knew everything, and that Negan had personally arranged for him to find a solution to the zombie problem, and that Dwight's role as a traitor was likely to get in the way of that. As a result, Eugene demands that Dwight stop all acts of betrayal. In exchange, he promises not to reveal Dwight's actions to Negan or anyone else. Unfazed by being exposed, Dwight remained calm. He did not fear death. On the contrary, he feared not being able to witness Negan's death. Dwight grabbed Eugene by the collar, slowly pushing him down onto a seat, and began to speak. The saviors are on the brink of extinction and Negan is about to meet his demise. The former glory of this place will soon become a thing of the past. Food and water are dwindling, discontent among the workers is rising, and fear is spreading among the saviors' ranks. Dwight understood that Eugene's loyalty was driven more by a fear of death than true allegiance. To stand on the winning side, Dwight continued, "All you need to do is nothing, just wait patiently." Dwight went on, "You've witnessed the horrors that have unfolded here, heard the screams, and seen the faces branded with the iron. You haven't killed anyone yet, and when the day comes that they ask you to, you'll never be the same again." These words did not impress Eugene, whose aim was simply to stay alive. He enjoyed a comfortable life and a high position within the Saviors. As he walked to the door, Eugene still warned Dwight that he wouldn't blow the whistle on him as long as Dwight didn't do anything to endanger the place. With that, Eugene left. Eugene then came to the door of the ground floor. Outside is a burst of zombie hissing sound. He asked the woman how much longer can hold out. The woman said helplessly, "It should be a day or maybe 2 days. Who knows?" Eugene stared outside, lost in thought. Determined, Eugene had resolved to use his intellect to help them escape. Harlan, the doctor, called him into the infirmary. There, Gabriel lay, infected with a virus from smearing zombie guts on himself. The virus, while not immediately fatal, can cause organ failure, but there are no antibiotics available here. After a while, Gabriel woke up, still asking Eugene if he could get Dr. Harlan out of there. Eugene couldn't possibly agree. He wouldn't risk his life for anyone. In the afternoon, Eugene locked himself inside a room, as he had thought of a possible solution to perhaps divert the approaching horde of zombies. He disassembled a tape recorder and removed the amplifier from it. The next thing needed was a music player. Eugene thought of a location, a warehouse. There's a coffin parked here, the same one Sasha had. Eugene recalls the scene. Not only did Eugene fall silent, but he also pondered whether helping the saviors escape was the right thing to do. However, he quickly became resolute in his decision. He opened the coffin and found Sasha's MP3 player inside. 3 hours later, Eugene completed his contraption, a makeshift drone with a sound system to draw the zombies away. Eugene was about to flip the switch on the player.
"Don't turn around."
And it was Dwight who stopped him.
"Back away from it!"
Trembling, Eugene stuttered that he only wanted to save lives. He warned Dwight that killing him would be akin to killing everyone present. Once the drone takes off, it can help free this place. Dwight interrupted Eugene and said, "When Negan gets out, he's going to kill Rick, Daryl, Rosita, and all your old friends." In fact, Eugene was not only trying to save others but also mostly saving himself.
"We can get rid of Negan. Just Negan. We're almost there."
Negan ain't the dying type, Dwight.
"Oh, but you are, Eugene."
I am. That's exactly why I have not yet stepped back, as it were. By my reckoning, I have 2 selects on facing my fate. 1, I abort launch on this glider. Don't free this place from the stranglehold of cold teeth/tongues, and Negan will likely execute me as what he considers to be a personal favor. Or I could go for what's behind door number 2. Take my chances being shot in the back by a sometime ally despite any injury I may have caused in the past. By delivering a chomp down on your chode.
After Eugene finished speaking, he bent down, realizing that either way, he would die. So he took a gamble that Dwight wouldn't kill him. The plane successfully flew out. However, immediately after that, as Eugene turned back, he realized that Dwight had vanished without a trace. That's when Tara started shooting at the building to cover the truck's entry. Morgan is also covering Daryl with a sniper rifle. Daryl sees that it's close enough. He puts a brick on the accelerator. Then Daryl leaps, and the truck crashes into the building. The car crushed the zombies along the way and finally crashed into the building, making a huge hole in it. Tara and Daryl achieved their goal and quickly escaped the area. Let's leave the rest to the zombies. As expected, the zombies couldn't wait to pour through the hole. Within minutes, the first floor of the Saviors building was overrun with zombies. In a few minutes, the ground floor of the Saviors building was filled with zombies. Screams and gunshots filled the hall. Although a few deputies led the resistance, many workers were killed by the zombies. Eugene looked down in horror at the scene below. It wasn't what he wanted to see. He didn't want these people to die. He also feared the same fate for himself. So Eugene was furious at the behavior of Rick's team. Eugene went straight to Gabriel and scolded him very seriously. Eugene made it clear that he would never do anything for them, never agree to any of his requests. He wouldn't end up like Sasha and Abraham. Eugene declared, "You have made the gravest mistake, and now you can only watch as your end approaches. I am Negan, and I will ensure the survival of this place. I will not protect any traitors. Dr. Harlan would be better off here in his comfort zone, just in case I need him. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Who doesn't want to live?" With that, Eugene slammed the door and left. Shortly after, Eugene found Negan once again and presented another solution, this time with full confidence. In order to prevent the potential disruption from traitorous Dwight, Eugene decided to expose him to Negan. Just as Eugene was about to speak, a knocking sound from outside interrupted them. Several other lieutenants entered to report on the situation downstairs. Negan calmed them down, announcing that Eugene had found a solution and made a significant discovery. Dwight's heart lurched and a bad feeling filled him.
I think I could fix the intercom system. Which, would absolutely change the face of communications here. That's it?
Eugene held back, not because he had a crush on Dwight, but because of his own personality. Eugene faced a dilemma. He was torn between wanting to maintain his privileged position within the Saviors and not wanting to sabotage Rick's group's plans. After all, Rosita, who had always protected him, and Tara, whom he secretly loved, were still there. After a long time of deep thinking, Eugene picked up the wine on the table and drank it, once again reinforcing his idea that the most important thing is to live, and that emotions are a burden. The next day, hundreds of zombies congregated outside the Savior's Gate. Morgan, as usual, maintained his watch over the opposite building. He soon noticed the Saviors emerging from the upper floors, armed and shooting at the zombies below. The snipers are talking over the radio, wondering what the Saviors are doing. If the Saviors keep shooting like this, they can kill the zombies, but the bullets will be exhausted. As the gunfire continues, the zombies below begin to fall to the ground, but soon Morgan realized what they were doing. By shooting, the zombie corpses are piled up to form a wall so that the zombies on both sides can't pass through, thus leaving a blank space at the entrance. Inside, the Saviors quickly come out and shoot at the sniper's position. Morgan knows that the Saviors are out of the trap, so he can only tell everyone to evacuate.
Out now! Get out! Everybody get out now!
Staying here will only lead to death. Morgan quickly ran downstairs as well. Just as Morgan reached the ground floor, the door was opened, and it looked like the Saviors had already surrounded him. Morgan could only leave through the back door, but just as he came out, he saw several zombies outside. Morgan thought of a way out and banged on the banister. The zombies were attracted by the sound and approached Morgan. After escaping their confinement, the Saviors, led by Gavin, departed towards a distant location. Morgan continued to follow, realizing their destination was the kingdom. Of course, Rick doesn't know all this, but he's still being held by the scavengers, and his clothes have already been stripped off. He was also made to play all kinds of games, not knowing what kind of tricks he was going to play today. Rick is then pinned to the ground and the door of the container slowly opens and Jadis walks out with a zombie. This woman is going to play the same game as in the beginning. It seems to be very interesting to tease Rick.
Time for after.